Hello, everybody. With the massive censorship of everything Russian, Tchaikovsky, Chekhov, Tolstoy, Kandinsky, yeah, Yuri Gagarin. Peter and the Wolf, the Nutcracker Suite. This is worse than anything that the Nazis did in Germany and the Israelis are doing in Palestine. So since Russia, and now if you're in the West, at least everybody I've talked to, you have to have a VPN and set it to free countries like Chile or Mexico or Vietnam or Thailand or some non-Western place where they have a VPN server so that I can get to RT.com, SputnikNews.com, the Ministry of Defense, the Kremlin, the Ministry of Foreign. They're even blocking all official Russian websites as far as I know. So by the way, if you do want a VPN, there are some free ones out there, but I'll tell you what, and I'm not getting paid to tell you this, but the Kaspersky Secure Connection, they'll try to sell you the €80 a year thing, but just say you only want VPN, I only want VPN, I only want VPN. And my wife and I have, for €30 a year, we get 5 devices. So, that covers our laptops, our 2 phones, and my PC, and so it's a really good deal, and it's excellent. Anyway, because everything is now is completely expunged from Western media in very Orwellian totalitarian fashion, I want to tell you about a site, a page that I started a while back. In fact, I started it on August 5th, 2021, so it hasn't been quite a year. And it's called Irina Boyko's Running Blog in English, Critical Articles, Comments, and Analysis about the USSR and Russia. Irina Boyko is Russian. She grew up during the Soviet era, and then she was also there during the rape and plunder of the 1990s. And she also, and now she's back after now in the age of Putin. She also lived for some time in the United States. She was married to an American, and she is now a widow. Her passion is to provide subtitles to Soviet and Russian films and songs, and she has 2 channels on YouTube. Our good friend, common friend, Eric Arno recommended her to join our China Writers group, which I created several years ago, and she has just been a blessing, and she kept sending so much incredible stuff to us about Russia, and I said, this has got to get out. And so almost 9 months ago, I created this web page for her on my website, which I will provide you. And she sends us information, and then I take the time to put it into her web page here. It's absolutely unbelievable, and I just encourage you to use it as a resource. Over almost 40,000 people already have in the last 9 months, and it's just amazing. I started at 1 at the bottom, and I'm now up to 303 up at the top, the most recent. I'll just read a few titles of what she sends us. Girded with barbed wire, the wild atrocities of the Finns in World War II are revealed, killed every 3rd Red Army soldier who was captured by them. Former Ukrainian deputy Kiva accuses Zelensky of exporting state grain reserves to Poland. A Russian, Peter Tolstoy, withdrawal from the WHO and the WTO, abandon the Bologna system and total digitalization. Will Russia have enough caliber missiles for the special operation in Ukraine? The Nazis did not apologize. They were not afraid, but they could not look us in the eye. The enemy at Azovstal began to surrender. And Ukraine records fallen soldiers as, quote, dead from coronavirus, end of quote. A lot of historical stuff. Here's one, Diarrheal March, how a column of Nazi prisoners was held in Moscow in July 1944. And then people who are in the China Writers Group have friends in Russia and contacts in Russia. Update on Victory Day, a message from a friend in Russia with Ukraine relatives. So here's somebody who, you know, is sending a letter from somebody in Russia about what's going on. France confiscated the money collected for the children of Donbass. You sure as heck aren't going to see that in in the Western press. Accelerated acquisition of Russian citizenship. It's NATO for you. The State Duma did not rule out breaking the agreement on the Saima Canal with the Finns if they could cancel the treaty they have with the Finns to have safe passage. Harvard scientists help Russia weaken the U.S. There's Russian gas supply. Hopeless fanatic. The reality of the life of General Karbyshev in German captivity. And what did the Germans themselves write about this? So there's just, you know, and the Canadian general was still pulled out of Azovstal. There's a lot of talk about U.S. Army Lieutenant General Roger Cloutier and Canadian Forces Lieutenant General Trevor Kadia, who have been captured and are now in Moscow and will be tried for war crime trials. And then personal anecdotes. For the first time, it does not hurt me that I am Russian. It's really, really, really fabulous. Irina puts the link, which I hyperize it, so you just have to click on it. And then for everyone, I put the Yandex Translate link in it. If many of them are already have already been translated into English. But if they don't, you just take that link that's for each article, and then you just drop it into the Yandex Translate window, and it just translates it beautifully into English. I highly encourage you to take a look at this. I highly encourage you to consult it. And there's just, I mean, you can start at 1 and work your way up. It's to the top. It's a real education in all things Russia, Soviet Union, and of course now Ukraine. And be sure to take a look at her movie channel and her song channel, where she does all of her fabulous subtitles for Russian culture, and so you can watch Russian movies that are now banned in the West. I guess, I don't know. No more Prokofiev. All right. Anyway, thank you very much, and take a look. I'll put the link in below the article here, and enjoy. Bye-bye.